The first part of the lesson is fluency practice, and it lasts for approximately 10 minutes. There will be no correlation, but to keep it at a correlation, which one of the 4 points would fit? That's the question. Don't answer it out loud, answer it with your expression.
Okay.
And then take out pencil and paper so you can call number 5.
Got it.
Please, when you get to number 5, put it on paper.
Oh, I did.
That was a very common mistake with test 7. Do not put it on paper.
Yes!
Alright. Expressions in the bag, notebook out. Expressions in the bag, notebook out. Alright, let us get started with going over this first assignment. Problem number 1, red.
True.
Burning. Red says number 2 is true. Yes. If you agree with him, please say aye. Aye. Disagree, raise your hand. Yay, round of applause.
I got the one right.
Number 3, Austin. D. Austin says number 3 is D. If you agree with him, say aye. Anybody disagree, raise your hand.
I want to do number 4. Gotcha.
Alright, Terrell. Jaquan, number 4.
C.
He says number 4 is C. If you agree with Jaquan, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody disagree, raise your hand. And finally, problem number 5. Is there a volunteer who would like to come to the board?
No,
Solve the problem. Ladies first. We're going to have what is solve the problem. At this point, everybody's done, so I'm going to stop the vote.
I did it.
Go ahead, extend the page out. I have very strong issues about problem number 5 because when I looked at test 7, stop now. When I looked at test 7, what I noticed is that the people who got those inequalities wrong are the ones who did not take the time to write out the problem, show the work, and then circle the inequality before you chose an answer. In the last 10 minutes of class, when we do our closure, I'm going to show you test 7.
Why couldn't
And we're going to talk about it.
Why couldn't she bring the 6 feet to the other side?
She did.
Because if you take 6 feet to the other side, there's nothing left on the right-hand side.
So you're not supposed to bring it to the right. You're not supposed to bring it to the other side.
If you take 6 feet to the left, then you're going to have to move the 12 to the right. So you have to do more work.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Jana,
Yes.
what is your answer for number 5? A, B, C, or D? D. Okay, Jana says number 5 is B. If you agree with her work and her final answer, please say aye.
Aye.
Just be honest with me.
Aye.
How many people did not get number 5 correct? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's going to be one that we do every day this week because you're going to see it on test 8, which I remind you, test 8 is Friday. It's Friday. All right. Without telling you what we're working on today, I want you to take a look around the room. Tell me if you see something strange that's in the room that you usually don't see in the room. All right, Logan, what do you see in the room that's usually not in the room?
A ladder.
Right, there's a ladder in the room. So I'm not going to tell you what the concept is. I want you to tell me what the concept is. Mr. Emile brought me this ladder this morning, and I thought, man, that is a big ladder. I do not know how tall this ladder is.
It's about 10 feet. No.
He says it's about 10 feet. Obviously, it's more than 5 feet because I'm 5 feet. All right, so when I take this ladder and I prop it against the wall here, now, I noticed that there's some distance from the top of the ladder to the floor. There's also some distance from the wall to the ladder. I think I could, if I know how far this ladder is from the wall and how tall it is up the wall, I could probably use those two things to find out how tall the ladder is. Do you remember what that is? Angles. Okay, we know we need the height.
Angle.
It's an angle. Okay, we know our height, angles.
180.
There's acute angles, triangles. What's the concept?
80.
Close, yeah, it is a branch of geometry. We're going to use a little bit of algebra and geometry. It's a theorem. It is a theorem. A squared. A squared. How do you write a squared other than S-Q-U-A-R-E-D? You put a 2.
A small 2 above the
A small 2. What is that 2 called? Called an exponent. A squared plus. Anybody want to take a guess? Because that's A. B squared equals C squared. Can anybody tell me what we're working on here? Triangles. What kind of Pythagorean? Pythagorean theorem. Alright, we're going to work on the Pythagorean theorem today. Please write this at the top of your paper. The Pythagorean theorem. Now, I'm only going to spend about 10 minutes explaining how to use the Pythagorean theorem. Then I'm going to put you to work. Okay, the Pythagorean theorem says, given a right triangle. This is not a good right triangle. Let me try that again.
Why don't you give
That
me
looks
a
so
shape?
beautiful. That's exactly what I'm doing.
That's official.
What are the parts to a right triangle? Alright, I am going to refresh your memory about the parts of a right triangle. Everybody stand up.
Everybody stand up.
Everybody stand up. So, in my years of teaching, I've noticed that students who do not stand up and do this activity have a hard time identifying the parts of a right triangle. Those who do stand up and do it actually remember the parts of a right triangle. Alright, step back from behind your desk. Step out from behind your desk and then look wrong. Stand. Alright, there are 3 parts to a right triangle. Here we go. You're going to take one leg and you're going to make the L. Leg. Say it. Tap your foot. Say leg. Now you're going to put your heel to your heel, making an L, like so. Now have an L. Everybody have an L?
Yeah.
Heel to heel. Okay.
Come on, guys.
Shake one leg. Say leg. Leg. Toe to toe, hypotenuse. Point. Hypotenuse. Point. Hypotenuse. Toe to toe.
Toe to toe.
Hypotenuse. So let's do this again. Leg. Leg. Toe to toe, hypotenuse. One more time. Leg. Toe to toe. Right hand Okay, given A, B, and C. Which one of these are my legs? A and B. A and B are your legs. So write this in your notes. A and B are your legs. A and B are the legs. And then the C is toe to toe. The C is is your toe-to-toe hypotenuse, and that is spelled Hypotenuse, hypotenuse. So if I had to draw your little feet, here's your foot, leg, here's your other foot, leg,
At least have full toes.
and toe-to-toe is hypotenuse.
That's a very detailed sport.
What is wrong?
That's a very detailed
Actually, it's what's
Sounds
the
like
foot, big toe, little toe, little toe,
That's a big number.
big toe. Is that better?
That looks like.
The only problem we're gonna do together, and then I'm gonna put you to work, because I know you covered this last year. So here we go. Given a squared plus b squared equals c squared, I am propping my ladder against the house because I need to clean the roof. The ladder is placed at a position 9 feet above the house. Yes, because it's going to be the only one that you have to refer back to. Draw this picture and label it. The ladder is 9 feet above the house. It is placed at a position 4 feet away from the house. How tall is the ladder that I borrowed? Do you see my right triangle? Can someone please take your finger to the board and trace out the right triangle, Mr. Wallace? Boy, come on.
That's the right angle.
That's the right angle. You need 3 sides for a triangle. Go back. Be nice. Okay, so now we have the right triangle. 9, 4, and we are looking for
C.
C, which is what part of the triangle?
The ladder.
The who?
The ladder.
The ladder. What part of the right triangle is the ladder?
The hypotenuse.
The hypotenuse. So, 9 squared plus 4 squared equals C squared. Now we're going to go back to what we did last week with the squares and the square roots and the perfect squares. 9 squared does not mean 9 times 2.
81.
Thank you, Mr. K-Ron. Plus 16. 16.
Wait, where was it?
97.
97?
No.
Yeah, 97.
97 going once?
97.
So,
Square.
squared. So, now at this point, all I need to find out is what is the square root of 97, because some number multiplied by itself is 97. Between what 2 whole numbers does the square root of 97 lie? That half sheet of paper with the square roots and the number line on the side? Between 9 and 10. 9.8 to be exact. Which we said was between 9 and 10. If we took a walk outside, we would find some right triangles out there. You ever wonder why people walk across the grass?
So,
Shorter way to do it.
There's a shorter way, right? So instead of going 9 feet plus 4 feet, which is a total of how many feet?
13.
So instead of walking 13 feet, we'd rather walk, how many feet was this? 9 feet. And that's why people cut across the grass, because it's a shorter distance. Everybody understand that? Now, one more thing before I put you to work. When you are solving Pythagorean theorem and right triangles, if this side is not the longest side, this is 9.8. If this side is not the longest side, when you are solving it, you have something wrong, because the hypotenuse is always the longest side. Everybody understand that? All right. We're going to spend about, I'm going to give you about 10 to 15 minutes to work on this, and we'll have a different problem.
Okay, no, wait, let me get my beautiful hair.
You want to get the stupid list? No, stupid list.
Just be stupid.
Alright, let's just do this.
Okay.
3, 2.
Add 9 from 6. Take the number and put it on paper.
Draw the picture and label it.
3 squared,
Before you
right?
ask me if it's set up right. Label these sides. This is a picture. Quinn, this is a problem from the board. What's the problem that's on paper?
You didn't get one.
I didn't give you one?
Okay. This is obviously fun.
So that equals 2? Wait, C2. Oh, yeah.
How can it be 25?
No, wait, hold up,
5 times 5 equals
Look.
25.
3 squared and 4 squared, right? No, that's kind of disrespectful. Yeah, it is disrespectful.
Ooh, that's it.
This is easy.
Yeah, we got it right.
Okay, now let's label the parts of the triangle, Samantha. Check your map.
I know. This is a C, so I have to
Check your map. Start at the top. Read your problem. Label the sides with the numbers from the problem. Alright, how are you?
What's 9 times 9?
81.
81.
But no, like, you have to divide it.
We have looked at several problems on Pythagorean theorem. Some people had 3 problems, some had 2, and some only had time to solve 1 problem. 169 is a perfect square, so it's not between 2.
Oh, those are grade.
No. Let's just practice 4th grade. Yes. Let me clarify something, please. I have your attention. On the problem that we worked together, my number, the square root of 97, was not a perfect square. So that's why it came out to be between 2 perfect squares, and I used the calculator to find out what the exact answer is. But for your problems, when you had the square root of 169, the square root of 25, and the square root of 100, those are perfect squares. Yes. Before we start talking about test 7, I want to close up this lesson on who? What did we study today? Pythagorean theorem. What type of triangle do we use Pythagorean theorem for?
Right triangle.
Right triangle. Homework. Page 462 and 463. This is a very short assignment. Number 3, 9, 10, and 11.
That's actually pretty short.
Yes, 10 minutes. Rational or irrational? Rational or irrational? And then test 7, okay? While I'm giving out test 7, I'm going to ask some people to come to the board and rearrange these rational and irrational problems from last week. Your homework tonight is on Pythagorean theorem. There are 4 problems. Make sure you show your work when you are working on those problems. Now, number 3, Jaquan. Josiah, number 4. Drew, number 5.
Wait, what number again? Number
Kyle, number 6.
I do number 7.
Yes, sir. R or I?
What number I do again?
Number 2, I think.
Okay. Okay.
Drew.
calculator for this?
No, you're just telling whether it's rational or irrational.
That's how you
Do
feel.
you want to Tiana? Okay, Ron.
Yes.
Ty Taylor. Jana Stewart.
Excuse me.
Last one, whose decimal does not end and does not repeat is irrational. Are we clear on rational and irrational numbers, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, good news is your test is Friday. It's good news because test 8 is a lot easier than test 7.
You know, this was be easy.
I didn't never say this was easy. It's your opportunity to bounce back. Okay? Test 8 is your opportunity to bounce back. Study every night. I know you have a test in every class, but suck it up and get it done. Your test will be Friday. If you're going to be here on Friday, you need to see me on Thursday. You don't want to have to go a whole week to take this test when you come back. Everybody understand?
Yes,
Are
sure.
there any questions at this point? Do you have homework tonight?
Yes. Like
Yes, you do. What is the longest part of a right triangle? The hypotenuse.
C. The leg.
C, the hypotenuse, not the legs. Are we clear? All right.